Taylor bowls wide of the crease, but Dahl flicks it fine for 4 with a very short boundary, and the fielder more of a long leg.
Martin de Lange into bowl to Matt Lamb, who pulls this round the corner for 4 runs down a backward square leg. Nice shot. He moves into the 190s now, 192. As Taylor is on his way in, bowls, and this one is edged and down to third man for 4 runs to the right of the solitary slip, and it's a double century for Matt Lamb, extending his career best score, 202.
Taylor, and this is flicked away aerially, and that will be 4 runs. They brought deep square up, so Dahl also appears to have had enough and didn't bother to keep that one down.
Singdale in again. This one drifts onto the leg sides, and Dahl is happy to just tuck that through the mid-wicket region. He may even get all 4 runs, and he does.
Ooh.
I think he's got all 4. I suspect he
Yes,
has. Oh, there, I think he may well. He has indeed nicked off there, and potentially that was coming given what had occurred the ball before.
As this next delivery from Webster is a full one. Yeah. Oh, and he's given him leg before wicket. I think Thompson thought he'd got his bat on that. He's looking at the toe end of it now, which rather suggests that he thinks he did, but the umpire didn't think he did. And Thompson goes.
Recovering that one, as we go to the next ball. Well, that's actually going to be, it's a bit of a laborious, what on earth? And Dahl is able to just turn that very fine, and
Matt Taylor.
That was kind of helped to the boundary.
Ollie Price is bowling now, and driving past cover is Anuj Dahl, and it will just, no, that's gone for 4, and yeah, Singdale is honest about it as well. He flicked it back in, but the ball had already gone beyond the boundary rope. So Anuj Dahl has his 50.
In comes Webster. There we go. That's more like it. He's flicked that one away. A foolish delivery out towards straight mid-wicket for 4.
For anyone doing the interview yesterday, square driving is Dahl, and he'll get 4 for this. That's a really good shot, which he waited for and played wristily behind square on the offside.
Here comes Webster and bowls. This is smashed into the offside and caught at cover by Hammond.
Yes.
It was a pretty well struck shot and caught just above his head. Webster again in bowls and bowls him, and he's got a 6 foot, and we'll find out very quickly whether Darren Dupavilon has his pads on. This one is guided for 4 runs by Dupavilon down to the vacant third man area.
Singdale bowls, he's had a go at that and he's nicked it. Well, that's the end of that. Anuj Dahl is the last man to go for 62, flashing at 1 wide outside the off stump. Singdale gets his 2nd wicket, and Bracey with an easy catch behind the stump. So that at 1:03 will be lunch. Bancroft and Charlesworth out in the middle, 3 slips for Derbyshire, and Bancroft is immediately executing the Bow-Webster plan of edging it down to the boundary for 4.
Connors again, and this time it's met with a flashing square drive there by Charlesworth, and that goes all the way.
Dupavilon is in bowls. This is edged by Bancroft, pretty much a genuine edge, but it goes wide of the cordon and down for 4 more runs. So Bancroft has got the outside edge working.
Oh, and he's bowled him. Looks like Bancroft has shoulder armed it, and he's seen his middle stump completely go. And Sam Connors has a wicket. Derbyshire have struck.
Is in bowls, edged. Oh, that one would have carried to a 4th slip, but they haven't got one. At 17 for 1, trailing by over 500 runs. They've only got 3 in the cordon. If they'd had 4, then Charlesworth would have been a goner. I'm pretty sure that would have carried, and it's gone down.
Connors in again, Charlesworth. This time he does find the gap. David Lloyd will run after that one, but the ball may well reach the boundary, and it does into the mid-wicket region for...
Nobody in county cricket will ever play for England. This one is edged and caught by Lewis Rees, and Price goes. Zach Chappell induces the edge from Ollie Price. He took wickets yesterday, he took them again this morning. He's bowled really well. Chappell is in and bowls. Hammond drives 4 runs out to the cover boundary. Nice shot.
In goes Dahl, bowls to Charlesworth, who's driven that one high in the air down the ground, and I think he's gone for 6. Just over the boundary rope. Chapel bowls a filthy full toss, which is given the treatment as it should have been. Driven away through the covers for 4 by Hammond. Not quite sure what Chapel was trying there, but it didn't work.
Is into Hammond, who drives him gloriously through extra cover for 4. Not bothering with this running nonsense. That's 3 boundaries are a rarity, as this one is. Oh, it's a huge swish at that one. It goes over the head of second slip and down to the third man boundary for 4. Here comes Dahl and bowls him. Middle stump's gone. And I'm not sure what kind of shot Hammond was trying to play there either. He's gone for 18. Anish Dahl gets a wicket. And Gloucestershire are 63 for 3.
At that turn from Thompson bowls using his feet. Charlesworth goes high in the air down the ground, and that will be 6 comfortably enough over this boundary, but it would have fallen.
This next delivery is driven by Bracey for 4 runs out to the cover boundary. Nice shot. Lent into it, didn't hit it too hard and just eased it away.
Got his 100 and took the hat-trick.
Reese into Charlesworth. Charlesworth drives, but in fact he does beat mid-off, and in fact he may well get 4. He does get 4. It looks like Matt Lamb got to it.
Runs in round the wicket, he bowls. That one comes back in towards Brace. He's actually played that one pretty nicely as he kept the hands down on it and steers it through deep third. To Pavilon in bowls. That's full and driven away through point from Bracey, and that will go to the boundary. 2 slips and a short mid-wicket. There's a fielder out at deep square as De Pavilon bowls to Bracey down the leg side, flicked away for 4. Nice leg glance there from James Bracey. Steaming in over the wicket, bowling to the left-handed Bracey, who's going to get a thick outer part of the bat on that and will pick up 4 more.
So Reese into Bracey. Bracey meets that, and it's straight. Well, it's a glorious, really straight down the ground. No one can stop that. The only person who could have stopped it was actually Ben Charlesworth, who had to jump out of the way.
Thank you for pointing that out to everybody. Here is, it's edged and caught, and Chappell gets another wicket, and Charlesworth has gone. His fairly lengthy vigil has come to an end.
Bracey is able to punch that down the ground past a dive-in David Lloyd, and that goes for a straight 4. Good punch.
As Chappell bowls, that's driven straight down the ground by Van Buren. It's going to go for 4, which it does. David Lloyd was chasing initially.
And the wicket goes. Chappell bowls, driving gorgeously through the covers, and that does disturb the pigeons. And it goes for 4 to bring up a 50 for James Bracey. He has played and goes Connors and bowls short and wide. We haven't seen much of that. Has to be said, Gloucestershire served up a fair few of those deliveries. Connors in, and this is edged by Van Buren, a thick edge which goes down to the boundary at deep third for 4 more, so back to back.
3 slips in place, bowls to Van Buren, it goes back, and this one is edged down to the vacant third man area for 4 runs to the right of third slip.
And sort of gesticulation getting into it, that sort of thing. Full delivery from Dahl, driven by Van Buren through wide mid-off for 4 runs.
No, nor me.
Or whatever, but no, he's been magnificent. Dahl is in. This is clipped through square leg. This will be 4 more. Chappell doesn't even bother really to make any effort chasing that. There's no point.
In goes to Pavilon. That one is cut away down, in fact, squarer than third man, and for 4 runs. There is a third man down there, as this one is cut down to backward point for 4 runs by Bracey. Pavilon just stands there with his hands on his hips.
Dahl into him, and this is stroked through the covers. Well, that is not the shot of somebody who's not had much strike, as he's caressed that drive to the deep cover boundary for 4.
Here comes Thompson again. This one is launched down the ground for 6. That is a mighty blow, and it goes over the sight screen.
As in goes Reese, and Van Buren turns this one to deep backward square for a single, and that is a well-made 50 for Gloucestershire's skipper. Looks up to the sky, as is his custom when reaching a milestone. Is in, he bowls to Bracey, comes forward and plays a robust looking defence out into the covers, and Gloucestershire supporters warmly greeting what has been an excellent partnership between these two, Bracey and Van Buren,